Uh, Shabbat Shalom. We the Akim out of El Paso, Texas, coming to you again with another live camp here to testify against this wicked queendom, Esau, Edomite, queendom, Great Babylon, America, and also to preach the good news to the hopefully lack of Yasharala Israel, so-called blacks, the Americans, and Latino, the 130 hopefully lack. Okay, that the end of this man's wicked rulership is coming to an end soon. So before we get started, we'll turn to the east, give all glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Wakadash.
double honors to the teachers and elders of also the great millstone, also to you brothers of their put on the true faithfully fans and keep sheep, and to brothers and sisters putting in Shalom. So as you can see here, we are in inclement weather, horrible weather. So normally we go to that spot out there on the road to make sure these people can see, the teachers out there, but we gotta use wisdom, and so here we are. Okay, so we're gonna go into Esau today. We're gonna go into Jason, give the warning to Jason, those out there who's still in this dreamland, thinking that this place is gonna last forever. Okay, and that this man actually has really bad intention. The Yasharallah, so-called bastard Americans, that I'll start off the first precept here. This is the book of Psalms 55 and 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. The war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn by swords." Now, what was that incident we had there lately there with that oil, that fire with that train derailment? Okay, this man is still lying about that. Now you got Jason out there too. Okay, now imagine if he's going to allow that to happen in a town which is made up mostly of these Edomites. Okay, and these Edomites right now are coming up on the news and saying that they're having respiratory issues. They're having like all kinds of like skin rashes and stuff starting to appear to them. Fishes are dying, okay, in the rivers that are in the surrounding areas, okay, and you have crops that are also dying too. But yet, so this, you cannot find this on this man's news media. That's exactly what really is going on. So this is a man that actually doesn't care because he's telling you everything is okay. There's not going to be a World War III, according to Biden, who said that we're going to do everything to prevent that, which he cannot. Okay, he's not talking about the derailment of the economy, okay, of everybody losing their job. And suddenly now you have a bunch of people, becoming so distraught that they're going out there and committing violence acts, such as these shootings. Okay, and what America call mass shooting is not mass shooting. Okay, 5, 6 people is not mass shooting. Okay, what we're looking at, when we can throw our hands up and say, is when somebody, when when 1,000 people or more start getting, executed. Okay, because somebody's frustrated because this man is lying. So Jake, don't trust in this man. This man has ill will for the tribe of Israel, and that's why in May you're gonna find out when all those substance and those help that you run down the Great Babylon for is going to start to dwindle down more and more and more. Go ahead.
Just to line back on what brother was saying about the train derailment and everything, resulting in chemical explosion, release contamination of water and the food supply, killing chicken and chicken coops. Killing a good multitude of fish. All right, this contamination is going to spread, and it said it came out as it was reported that this contamination is mutating the DNA of the Ohio residents down there. And it also came out, speaking of that contamination spreading throughout Babylon the Great, that there's reports in New York City that there is an insufferable smell of chlorine in the air. Okay, then it said that now from Ontario, Canada, there is video evidence of the contamination from the Ohio chemical accident. This is why the snow, I believe it was snow down there in Ontario, Canada, that was melting. The way that it was melting wasn't normal. Okay, they'd never seen it melt that way. I actually have it. I actually am looking at a visual right now. See, so this deterioration is going to spread within America because ultimately it's further indicative or symbolic of Esau. Okay, the disease of the earth, like it says in Sirach 10 chapter. This is why he's losing the grips of his empire, man. Okay, because he's not the fifth ruler of the earth. Okay, so we're going to grab a quick precept in the book of Sirach chapter 12, verse 16. What Esau's going to do is he's going to blame this on global warming. He's going to use the guise of global warming to blame it on people. All right, so he could act like he's doing people a favor. All right, by shutting down the society, mainly by shutting down the global economies, okay, and suspending these governments, which he's going to really look to do, which he could really do through martial law, okay. So he could further make people the source of the problem, so they could justify regulating the human experience through these chips, okay, which is a market of beast for naysayers and gainsayers out there, man. All right. So this is Sirach chapter 12, verse 16. All right. All right, Cotton. This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 16. It reads, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit." You know, symbolic of death and destruction. It says, "He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he would not be satisfied with blood," because the devil is he's a bloodshedder. Okay, he gets a kick. He's amused off of shedding blood. And this is why he is imposed these permitless gun laws within at least 23 out of the 50 states in America. All right, by arming people. All right, so they can further justify, pushing for gun control. It's all a part of the Hegelian dialectic, man. It's all integrated within his World War III algorithm. Okay, weaponizing the weather. Okay, through these frequency transmitters, through 5G towers, through his HARP program down there in Alaska. Okay, using his other satanic tools like his, media propaganda. Okay, they further control the narratives of what he's doing. Okay, that's why he's getting exposed on all aspects of his wicked ass agenda, man. Okay, even with the whole train derailment thing. Okay, on these watered down mainstream news platforms, they're not discussing these train derailments, man. Yet they're talking about the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl recently, talking about all this other madness, but they weren't talking about this. Okay, because these devils, these wicked elite central bankers have a plot. Okay, behind these train derailments, man. Okay, and that plot is really to destroy our source of living, man. Okay, through that's why these food processing plants are mysteriously winding up on fire. These power grids are mysteriously being compromised, being shot at. Okay, and because it controls our supply of necessities, man. Our water, our food. You see, this is why these train derailments, are happening, so they can further justify cutting off the logistics of us getting our food supply, man. Okay, and this is gonna result in the distress of men prophesied in St. Luke the 21st chapter, which will result in civil war. People going to war over scarcity resources, and that would justify Esau implementing what? Martial law. And this is how they could prevent the next election. Okay, now case in point, right? Now case in point, it came out that Sleepy Creepy Joe, the Supreme Court, is talking about replacing, getting Sleepy Creepy Joe out of there sooner than later. You see what I'm saying? This is what came out. It says U.S. Supreme Court is set to consider whether or not to hear a lawsuit that seeks to remove President Joe Biden from the White House and reinstate President Donald Trump's office. Okay, and one of the main ways they can do that is by implementing martial law. Okay, and suspending the Constitution.
Yeah. And so they impeaching him. Impeaching him.
And all right, that's how they do that. Before 2024, so we can be the hell up out of here. Before 2024, I don't wrap this up.
Yeah, because when you look at Donald Trump too, and Donald Trump, okay, right now he's going and visiting these disaster zones. He's stirring up things in the public eye. And Donald Trump represents the part of America, or the part of these Edomites, okay, that you don't really, Jakes, let me tell you right now, you don't really want to deal with these stubborn people. Okay, because these are the people that's going to make that second Ezra 15 really come up here, because they think right now they've been screwed over. They're losing their grip on power. It's great. Let me tell you something. What so-called white people would like to get along with you as long as they're on top of you and you serving them over in the bottom. They're quite content. Hey, how you doing? Great, and all that stuff. They'll invite you over to tea. They'll help you, all that stuff like that. With the best they can. Which is the reason why the 2/3 Jake is beguiled by these people. Okay, because they've experienced that, but not understanding that there's this great hate. Okay, and this animosity between the two tribes. Okay, Jacob and Esau. Okay, there's animosity. We're not supposed to be getting along with these people. Like what the Alpha say, that impeachment, that's not going to be good news. So don't go jumping up high right now. See, the Lord is going to take that to the next level. When you go into the book of Amos 1 and start verse 11, it says, "Thus said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue Salakia. He did pursue his brother, who? Esau pursued Jacob. Okay, Yashua, so-called Bastard Americans Latino, with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. but I will send a fire from Teman which shall devour the palaces of Israel. So the Lord doesn't matter, okay, if you Jakes out there want to get along with this man, want to keep the man in power and say, okay, you know what, we can take a few lickings and keep on ticking. No, the Lord himself said that he's going to judge his place. Because why? His son has been given all things. You see that? See, you got to understand that. Okay? And that's the reason why the Lord is going to put the spirit in us, to put his anger in us. Because even all of us out here who come on the highway and the byway, we see all the things that we talk about like that. At the end of the day, we're men, we're in this flesh. We're gonna have pity on Esau. We're gonna look at the tears and all that stuff. And remember, well, Esau put some good shows on TV for us, and Bob didn't really help me on that day, And we're gonna be like that, man. Come on, let's be realistic. I'm just being real with you. Okay? So this kingdom has to be destroyed in order for the heavenly kingdom to be said. Who's gonna be the ruler of that? Yahushua Mashiach. This is his inheritance. He came and died for his people that he is elect. Okay? So this has to happen. There's no way out of it, Jake. Keep going. Go ahead,
That's right. This is why Proverbs 16 says, man's going to the Lord.
Exactly.
So the Lord either leads you to do something that'll get you judged, or he'll lead you, or lead you to do the things that are pleasing to him. Because in the 1 John, the 3rd chapter, I believe it is, okay, to be spared from judgment. Okay? So this is Sirach 12 and 17. It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Okay, this is Esau, man. Okay, he'll give. That's why now they're cutting off SNAP benefits. Okay, we know Jake heavily relies on these government assistance programs because we're impoverished. Pursuant of prophecy in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter, and so forth. Further, 1 Samuel, the 2nd chapter as well. Further revealing who the authentic lost of tribe of Israel are, so-called black and indigenous people. Man. Okay, scattered across the 4 corners of the earth, that fulfills the prophecies of the curses of Deuteronomy. Okay, and those similar curses got the scriptures. Man. Okay, for transgression, lost that's commandments of Yahweh Shem Rishai. And this is why we brought here. Okay, to be subject to bondage. Okay, pursuant of Baruch, 3rd chapter, and so forth. Okay, to be subject under bondage under our main oppressor Esau, Edom, to serve him and his gods. All right, and that's why they set up our own people. Okay, and use our people. Okay, to push wickedness, man. Like Rihanna at the Super Bowl recently with a satanic pentagram on her belt with a bloody red suit. Okay, to emulate that damn demon Sam Smith at that satanic Grammy Awards show the other day. So they're promoting, they're further promoting the vibration of Satan out here. Okay, because they know that they got but a short time. That's why carnality is increasing through the shootings and whatnot. Okay, and so forth. Okay. Because and then as a result of that, of these things going on in the world, this mayhem, this catastrophe, they're using their moral decrees and policies, all right, to further reverse the chaos, so to say. Really, what they're doing is they're further intensifying the chaos, man, by falsely presenting a solution that's not really a solution. It's a fabrication, okay, to keep people docile, okay, reliant on Babylon the Great, okay. And that's why these people keep shooting shit up. Okay, like down in Mississippi, there was an Edomite. Okay, there was an Edomite that shot up. He shot like 9 people or something like that. Okay, all right. And then on the same day, which is yesterday, there was a shooting that took place at a Georgia gas station that resulted in 9 children getting shot. And the name of that Edomite, okay, down there in Mississippi was by the name of Richard Dale Crum. And he ended up murdering 6 people. And a shooting rampage at that down in Mississippi, man. And out to the spirit, because I heard about this right after I got done watching this movie called Rampage, man. About this Edomite that goes on a murdering spree because he's tired of this everyday life and the corruption of this world. So he takes justice, quote unquote, justice into his own hands. And he goes on a murdering spree as a part of population control. Why did Esau put that movie out? Because it's a predictive programming. Mm-hmm. That's why he's allowing these shootings to go on, because he has empowered people to do so through some more decrees and whatnot. And it's a part of him acting like he's doing people a favor. Okay, like it's props right here in Sirach, the 12th chapter. Okay, you see, and this is why these things are happening, man. Yeah. You see, and this is why these cops are getting these cops are getting mowed down at a more rapid rate.
Yeah.
Okay, like that cop was down there in Milwaukee. There was a cop down there in Milwaukee that got fatally put to death. Okay, and there was recently there was also an officer at Temple University that got fatally shot while trying to arrest a robbery suspect about 15 hours ago. So we're going to keep hearing we're going to keep hearing more reports of these incidents of civil warfare.
Yeah.
Okay, between citizens and these law enforcement personnel, man, groups, and these military groups. You see what I'm saying? Because hey, it's going to be all out warfare out here, all out anarchy over what? A battle of resources, a battle of respect. All right, a battle of peace. You see that the perception of peace within America, battling great that is, and that's going to eventually result in East justifying implementing martial law, shutting this place down, bringing what lawless societies. Okay, and that's what and this is why the second Ezra 15 is going to come into play, man. You see, we're gonna people gonna take swords into their hands, and within a sedition amongst men.
Yeah, and they're gonna regard their kings or princes, which is symbolic for what? Authority. Okay, so right now these cops, and they've had a great time right now putting Jake down. Jake is described as a lamb. We're harmless. Okay, but now when you see these Edomites starting to really feel a pinch of poverty, okay, they're about to rise up like that, and they don't give a crap like that. Okay, these steps are going to really turn on. When you go to the book of Proverbs 18, verse 11, it says, "A rich man's wealth is a strong city, and as a high wall is his own conceit." Well, you can look at that too. Now, we can say this is the the trillionaires out there like that, but you can bring this down even down to the low level Edomites, because they prosper compared to us. They prosper in this society. That's why they can walk around so proud. We out there on the highway and the byway, and they'll look at you and think that we just some couple guys in costumes, okay, angry at them. Yes, we are angry at you like that, but we're not up here, jealous of you anymore. Okay, we understand what's going to take place. What we're letting you know is that your destruction is going to come. But they're cocky because why? They've never had to live the life of a typical Jake, which is what? Having not a damn thing and having to worry all the time. It says, before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. Okay, this is the Edomite. Okay, their hardy days are coming to an end right now, and it's starting with these lower level Edomites. And what does Esau do when things don't work for him? He turns to what? The sword. That's how he's been ruling the world. Okay, and that's how these Edomites. Okay, when they're not getting their way, when they feel they're not getting what they were entitled to, which was a house with a dog and a picket fence and the two kids and all of that stuff, and having a tea party, they're going to use a sword, and they can turn the sword on each other. And see, that's why the Lord says he's going to have Egyptians against Egyptians. Now, Jake, me and the brother here always talk about that border crisis there with y'all coming over here, and them cutting those benefits. Let me tell you how they're going to. This is what I think they're going to spin that story. Okay, they're going to spin that story as the reason why they have to cut the benefits, and the reason why they don't have enough benefits, is because you have an overwhelming amount of people that are using it. Now, guess who's the face of welfare? Jake. You still got blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos. Now, a lot of these Edomites have lost their jobs and all that stuff, and although they have frowned on the welfare system and they had worked, and they want to work, the fact is that many of them are going to have to turn to welfare. They have no choice but to turn to welfare as they try to keep their mortgage payment going. All their savings is gone. Next, they're going to try to use their credit card to keep it going. Okay, I don't know if any of you've been through that situation before. I know people have been through that situation before. Okay, and when all the credit card is all maxed out, now they have nothing. They have no liquidity and they have no credit. So they have no choice but to turn into what? Welfare. And all of a sudden, the welfare is not there. They've been working for 20, 30, 40 years, and no more welfare is there. These old Edomites who retired now expecting their doggone benefits, now there's no benefit. You know who they're going to turn around and blame? It's them doggone illegal immigrants. Which the face of those illegal immigrants is you doggone Northern Kingdom. You proud ass doggone Northern Kingdom. Now walk around and think you're not part of this tribe. You're going to find out, okay, the hard way, okay, that these people are going to turn their attention to, okay, Yasharala, okay, because now they can't get no benefit from it. All right, but
This is Proverbs chapter 10, verse 15. It reads, "The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty." Okay, so we're impoverished, man. Okay, and how did the rich get rich? The wicked elite central bankers do egregious bullying slavery, man. Okay, through these slave fields outside of St. James Fifth chapter, i.e. what? The cotton fields, especially the sugar fields, tobacco fields that so-called black and indigenous people, okay, the southern and northern kingdoms of Israel, okay, were forced to labor by way of of Esau's lasciviousness and covetousness, man. Okay, of his power-hungry aspirations to rule the earth. Okay, by possessing the world's precious resources. And this is why the Spanish Inquisition happened in the first place, man. Yet they have the audacity to look at Jake, so-called migrants, immigrants crossing the border, like they're the problem. You're the one that stole their land from them, man. Set up borders in the early 19th century to keep Jake out of their own land. Okay, and then set up moral decrees and so forth to further justify doing it. Okay, all right. And this is Proverbs 10 and 16. "The labor of the righteous tendeth to life; the fruit of the wicked to sin." All right. So you've been indulging in the unfruitful works of unfruitful works of darkness, man, including envy, lasciviousness, covetousness, greed. You can never have enough, like it says in Sirach 12 and 17. All right, how you wouldn't be satisfied with blood. There's not enough blood, case in point, for you devils to shed that will make you satisfied, man. Okay, that's why your ultimate dream, okay, is to blot out the remembrance of Israel from the earth. It's in the Psalm 83rd chapter. And you're not going to be able to just do that through the sword because you make it obvious. A part of your strength is deception. You don't want people to know that you're the devil. Okay, so what you're going to do? So that's why you have empowered people to help you achieve your agenda. Yep. Through the Second Amendment, arming people with guns. Yep. Okay, so you can justify taking their guns. Yep. So a part of your Hegelian dialectic, man. This is another reason why your society is crumbling, because you're the devil about the streets of you created to steal, murder, and destroy. Okay, all right, and this is why the Civil War is going to happen, man. Because you're blaming you're part of this Hegelian dialectic is pointing the finger at Jake, like we're the problem, man. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like like we were the ones that invaded America. All right, and stole all the precious resources, man. Okay, that's like throwing a rock and hiding your hand. And people starting to become more privy to your mischievous madness, man. That's why people gonna rise up against you. Because why? They're tired of the vibration of wicked carbon cast on the entire earth. This democracy, case in point, this democracy-based leadership. That's why down there in Lebanon, okay, they're holding people hostage in banks and whatnot to get their money that they're burning down there. Okay, why? Because the vibration of this democratic leadership of America is really a dictatorship, just like down in China. Okay, and there's another reason why down there in across the pond, all right, people are protesting over political corruption and geo-economical corruption, man. Okay, why? Because what? The outlining issue are you central bankers, man. All right, you control everyone's money, man, through the IMF and so forth, man. All right, so now, all right, people starting to realize that you're the problem, man. They're going to put two together, all right, and the other part of that equation, okay, from the apart from the central banks, are you Edomites, man? You're the ones you're the nation that's running, this entire world in terms of economical standpoint. It's not the Gooks. It's not the Japanese, man. It's not Japhet. You know what I'm saying? It's you. You're the common denominator, man. This is why you devils are going to be ultimately hiding under these underground bunkers when these missiles get shot off, man. All right, take you out. Because these nations are going to look at the fire bright, and that's why North Korea just recently tested off a nuke. All right, recently, I think it was yesterday. Okay, I think it flew over Japan or something like that. Actually, flew over Babylon somewhere. Okay, because there's a further ensign of America, the sinful kingdom being destroyed. That's another thing too. There's a mark of the beast of sin. Okay, we'd all be shit out of luck. Okay, and in America, there is no life. There's not mandatory to sin. And the mark of the beast is prophesied to be mandatory, man. And people have license to sin in America. So the mark of the beast can't just simply be sin. Okay, that's a very deceptive doctrine to push out there, man. Okay, so all you false prophets, all you devils out there, whether you central bankers, especially you watered down journalists, okay, All right, you celebrities, you politicians, okay, and everyone that's in association with this American dream is going to be destroyed because this place is a sinful kingdom, man. Everything about this place is defiled. That's why in Psalm, I believe it's Psalm 12 and 8, it says, "Wicked men." Now I'll get in a second, but it says, "Wicked men, wicked defiled men are exalted on every side." Because they have a wide association.
Big times. Okay, this is the book of Second Ezra 16. Okay, because if those of you who are suddenly asleep, check this out. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 16, Psalm 17. It says, "Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?" Okay, see, that's what we're crying right now. Woe is me, because see, we hope to get delivered. See, we believe on the message. Okay, we believe on the prophecies. We are seeing those prophecies coming right now. Okay, and we want to make sure, okay, that we are doing the work that's pleasing to Yahweh Mashiach, so that we can get delivered out of this. And it says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. And what should I do when these evils come?" We are seeing these right now. Everything that was mentioned there is happening right now. The beginning of war, World War III, beginning of famine. Hey, we might look like a couple guys that we had a good dinner last night. But guess what? There's tons of people on this earth that haven't had it. They didn't have food. And even right here in America, and tons of Jakes too. Okay? And it says, "Will famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as a scourge for men. But for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges." And it says, "Behold, victuals should be so good cheap upon the earth that they should think themselves in good case. And even then shall evils go upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." Right now, you can jump in your car right now and go to McDonald's, you can go to Cane's or any of these places out here, or even a restaurant and go eat dinner. You don't have to go cook. You can go to the movie theater, you can go do all these things. In fact, you can do all the things just as how it was during the normal times. Okay? If your tribulation isn't at the level of somebody else's tribulation right now who's under the bridge. Okay? But these things are happening, they're going to increase, okay, to a level, okay, to where the hopefully death of Yasharala, us so-called African Americans and Latino that fear the Lord, Yahweh Mashiach, okay, is going to have to cry out to him for deliverance. Okay? So for right now, they haven't turned around and beat the living crap out of me and the brother here. They haven't turned around and attack us on the street. You know, you get these demons that are coming up to the camps. They haven't come around and turn around and take everything from us yet and throw us out the street and saying, okay, now what? Okay? But we anticipate. That's the key word right there. We anticipate all these things to take place, okay, against us. And this is that trial of tribulation that we're going to have to go through, and the Lord is going to bring us through and refine us as gold, okay? When you do third, okay, while that sounds terrible thing to us, for us, to happen to us, y'all get death coming to you, man. Right? But,
this is Proverbs chapter 19, verse 23. It reads, "The fear of the Lord, Yahweh, tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited with evil." Okay? And in the book of Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, I believe it's Ezekiel, the 5th or 7th chapter speaks about the arrows of famine, a part of the plagues of the house by Shemeshah, because it's a terrible thing to starve to death, man. Okay, because the body can go several weeks with just surviving off of water, because water helps detoxify the body, okay, flushing out unwanted toxins from the body. Okay, now so the body it's been proven that the body can survive with just water intake, but the body cannot survive without food. I mean, the body. So what more so when there's no water? Because you can have all the food in the world with no water. Okay, you wouldn't be able to survive for very long. Okay, so that means what? There's gonna be a shortage of water and famine, man. That's why that the water contamination down in Ohio, by way of this training derailment, is very pivotal. All right, as a growing trend, as what is anticipated. All right, to continue to happen within America, man. Yeah, because these are for the end signs, man. Okay, like it says in like it says in the book of Sirach. I'm going to grab that real quick. So the scripture speaks about how the Lord speaks through signs. Okay, so the reason why these train derailments keep happening, these mass shootings, okay, lootings, cops being attacked, is because the Heavenly Father is removing the source of this evil from the earth. Now it's really the man of sin and son of perdition. And I know all you Jakes that are seeking refuge under the devil, okay, seeking the ruler's favor, you're going to be shut out of luck when all hell breaks inside here, because you're not going to have a leg to stand on, because of a lack of a solid foundation, which is really this word. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 36. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 36, verse 6. Shew new signs and make under strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Who's the enemy? Esau. He's once again, he's a common denominator why things are turned upside down in this world, where the man can act like a woman and vice versa. Okay, the woman. That's why on the cover of a magazine, you have this Benjamite bug out, Rihanna. Okay, walking with a black dress on, with a slit in it, showing her leg or whatever, and you have this damn simp beta male mangina, ASAP Rocky, okay, being held by the hand like a bitch, holding their child on his bosom, like on his chest, like he has bosoms, like he's breastfeeding the child. That aligns with Isaiah 47 chapter, man. Okay, how the virgin daughter of Babylon is being cast down. Meaning what? The satanic vibration of America, Babylon the Great is being cast down, man. That's why the Heavenly Father is bringing that great evil. Okay, famine, war, pestilence, strange calamities like such as shootings, strange weather catastrophes, man, like such as hurricanes, these earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, because he's angry at the wicked every day. So it says here, Sirach 40 and 9, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and a scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. You see, this is why these evil things happen, man, because the Heavenly Father is communicating with the world, okay, through these words, man, these prophetic words through his prophets, man. And Heavenly Father, how has always been known to speak to his prophets. He doesn't speak to people directly. For all you bug guys out there, that claim to believe in the Lord, okay, what good is to you to desire the day of the Lord was going to be darkness and gloominess? It's in Amos, the 5th chapter. You don't know you don't know the Heavenly Father, man. That's why he's not going to deliver you, man, because you don't fear him. Like I said in Proverbs 9, the 19th chapter, man. Okay, once again, what did it say? Proverbs 19 and 23. To fear the Lord Yahweh tended to life. That's why people are dying, man. That's why these people, the record-breaking numbers, are dying, man. Because the Heavenly Father's not with them, man. There's not the mark of exemption of Yahweh by Shem and Shah by Shem Kakadash is not over these people, man. We're seeing in Ezekiel the 9th chapter. That's why men, women, and children are being put to death at breaking numbers, man. Including down there in Georgia, why them 9 children were shot. Well, when have you ever heard something so evil happen? It's happening more rampantly because the Heavenly Father is fed up with this place. Because why? He's fed up with his devil, Esau. Okay? What does it say? Proverbs 19:23. The fear of the Lord Yahweh tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited with evil. Who's that he? Okay, of the elect. Okay, mankind. And women and children also of mankind. So we're talking about the elect. Okay, the elect that will be spared from the Lord's indignation in these last days, man. All right, who's not going to be delivered? Okay, this is 2 Ezra 16 and 27. Or Slacky, 2 Ezra 15 and 27. It says, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for the Most High Yahweh shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Is that sin? Okay, well, what is sin? Transgression against the law. Being a sodomite, okay, being a whore, a harlot, okay, like Rihanna, being especially a satanic a harlot and a witch, okay, promoting satanic seances and shit, within her Super Bowl commercial and so forth, okay, bestiality, indulging in going against the dietary law, indulging in unlawful foods and so forth. This is what America promotes, man. That's why this place is being visited as the perfect example, okay, of how not to live. I got it.
Yeah, this is the book of Psalms 31. Psalm verse 18, it says, let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Okay. Now we come out on the highway and the byway on the unicorn, and day in, day out, okay, and let Yasharala, us so-called Black Americans and Latinos know, okay, that the ways of this wicked kingdom is not the way to go in life. Okay. And what Esau does, okay, strike your channel, okay, but we have Archeum.com, which you brothers can go to and live stream. This is what we're doing right now, live streaming to Archeum.com, okay, and speak and try to paint us as being negative. We're not part of the the rituals of this society, okay? Which is like, it's okay as long as it's love, two men can be cuddling together, and you gotta praise the woman and all that stuff as I brought out about, that Rocky A style guy there, kissing Rihanna's feet. And so everything you look in these movies, and I noticed it with that second Wakanda movie, and just a whole lot of these movies right now, the females are now the heroine, the men, they're dominating, the men are like passive, and they're putting it in the movies. Okay? We know in real life that's not the case. That's not the case in real life, okay? And we're not gonna go in here and talk about and go in here and talk about what would happen when you have a male against a female, okay? You men and women should know that.
I should share real quick. I line up what you're saying. I seen on Netflix yesterday they finally uploaded the Woman King on there. Now, the reason why I mention that is the Viola Davis, the Indo, that's the main, I guess, protagonist of the movie, whatever. She's clearly a known feminist. Okay, she's known to push feminism out there. So Esau had her in that movie Woman King to push out that G.I. Jane spirit. You know what I'm saying? That warrior Xena warrior princess. Remember from the 90s and shit? That Xena warrior princess spirit, man. That's folly and madness, man. The Heavenly Father did not design a woman to be a warrior. Nope. She's a nurturing, comely creature. Yep. Okay. She was born to nurture her children and to nurture her husband as a pillar of rest. And this is why women are second heirs to Esau's rulership. Yep. Pursuing the covenant of death that Eve made with the serpent. That's the spirit that dwells within Esau, even the devil. In Genesis 3rd chapter. Yeah, you can get these nigga bitches watch that nigga really think, oh, that's just the way it is like that, which is it's pretty laughable. It says, oh, how great is thy goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that trust in thee before the sons of men. Thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence from the pride of man. Thou shalt keep them secretly in the pavilion from the strife of tongues. Okay? So, here it is right here. No matter what Esau tried to come and try to paint us as negative or try to go up against this truth and this gospel, he cannot go up against it. Okay? He cannot come up against all this truth. Because in the scripture, it brings out the disasters that's going to come in this place. The place of a woman, the place of a man. And anytime you go up against what the Lord has set up, which is order, okay, it is bound to bring what? Disaster. Okay? And before you jakes out there that are doing this stuff, that are worshiping these damn women, see, we will be considered, see, we do a tough job. And it's not coming on the highway and the byway, okay, and preaching this gospel. It's also following the commandments, okay? You're gonna have to put your woman in check and let her know, okay, hey, and educate her that, your role is this, my role is that, okay? You're gonna have to put your children in order, okay? You're gonna have to put the people out there around you in a certain order, okay? Now, because we are at a time where we're behind enemy line, and Elder Brother Menachus brought a good video. Him and a couple other brothers brought a good video where you get Jacob roughing up against the cops and all that stuff. Look here, we're just gonna tell you here from us, okay, now, Pastor, don't do it, okay? Just don't do it, okay? An unnecessary ass whooping is not is you don't need it. That's not wisdom. Okay, and they can't fix you. Hey, if you want to feel like a tough guy, just swallow your pride and just give them your damn license. You ain't did nothing wrong. I'll call it a day. If you did something wrong, okay, then you got to face the consequences and stuff like that. Okay, so you got to walk in wisdom. Okay, now when they pop up the so-called black nigga woman up like that, there's a lot of ass whooping these women are going to get out there in the hands of these so-called cops, in the hands of these men out there. Okay, there's a lot of it. And he's ensuring that they're out of order too, because they're raised by what? That doggone niggerism crowd, okay? And that covers the entire Yasharala, okay? Or so-called Black Americans and Latino when I use that word niggerism. Because at the end of the day, okay, you 2/3 are all niggas, pretty much. All right? And Esau's got you, okay, in his web of the seat. Go ahead, line back on the brother was saying, like Howard Shah said in St. Matthew, the 5th chapter. Right, I agree with that adversary quickly. Okay, when you see a cop pull you over, Edomite or not, you have your damn have your doggone license registration ready, man.
Yeah, don't be fidgeting.
Make that interaction as short as possible. Why would you even because the scriptures say I believe it's in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter. It says how we're not supposed to tempt the Lord Yahweh Shemashai.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when you trying to antagonize these cops and whatnot, because out of your so-called God-given right or liberty to be an individual or citizen, you're out of your mind. You don't know who your enemy is with that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't know he has the power to kill. That's why Romans the 13th chapter, the Heavenly Father gave the devil license to kill. He gave him a license of authority over us. Why? Because the 1 Corinthians 8th chapter speaks about there being lords, meaning God's meaning. Right now, Esau is like a lord over us on the left hand side.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So we have to abide by certain protocol. Like case in point, you can't the cop sees you riding around without your seatbelt on, you can't tell him I have liberty to do that. Or he's gonna tell you, and you shouldn't be surprised when he tells you something like, "Oh, you have liberty to get a fucking ticket."
Yeah, and he give you $500 fine. Okay, and really, we're talking to the sheeps here. Okay, don't assume because you know this truth and you know the name Yahweh, you call on the name Yahweh Shai that you can go out there and be stupid and believe, oh, well, I think I'm part of it. Hopefully that the Lord is going to just get you with everything. No, you got to use wisdom. Okay, and more than ever, if you know that, okay, where we were told by the Yahweh Shai Mashiach, okay, to do what? To grieve thy enemy quickly. We have to be preserved to the end. Okay, so we aren't supposed to display that kind of level of stupidity and pride that these two thirds are going to display. So just keep that in mind there. To Yakim out there that you know what, just keep it going. And we're gonna get through it. Okay, the Lord promises that, but we've got to use the wisdom. Right now, these wicked people, these demons, even that cop is a Jake. Jake works for Esau. Jake doesn't give a crap about us. Okay, Jake's in the military. They're gonna be kicking your door down, and they want to kick your door down. Okay, they hate you. They hate you. Let me express that to you again. They hate you, and many of the brothers who serve in the military can tell you, because we all have that mentality. They hate you. They really want to hurt you. Okay, and they can't wait till Esau give them permission to do it without any consequences. Go ahead,
Right. Right. And so now, while you, Jake, out here antagonizing these cops, like recently, there was a situation where there was a cop. Okay, there was a cop that pulled a gun on a 10-year-old boy. Okay, there's a cop that pulled a gun on a 10-year-old so-called black boy, Jake. All right, because his father supposedly tried to run. Okay, all right, I'm not entirely sure where it was at, but hey, these kind of situations are continue to happen, man. Okay, in case there's another similar situation that took place where there's a situation where this report on the Daily Beast that a Louisiana cop was arrested for killing an unarmed so-called black man, or Jake, as he fled. This is updated on February 16th, a few days ago. Okay, said a Shreveport police officer who shot and killed an unarmed black man as he fled his home early this month was arrested on Thursday morning, according to Louisiana State Police. The cop, Alexander Tyler, has been charged with negligent homicide nearly 2 weeks after Alonzo Bagley, age 43, died at his apartment complex on February 3rd following a call to police by his wife. Okay, so a lot of you Jakes can continue to get mowed down by the streets because you know not your enemy. Okay, it's in Sirach 12 and Sirach the 10th chapter, I believe it is. It says, never trust thy enemy, or Slakia. Never trust thy enemy. Okay, if none of them not trust your enemy, you have to be able to identify him. And this is wrong with you Israelites, man. You Jakes in this case. You're begging for Esau's validation so much, okay, that you don't even realize that he hates you and why he hates you. That's why you continue to go out there and protest on behalf of Black Lives Matter, but that's going to do you some good. They're not going to do you any justice.
Without what is it? No justice, no peace. Okay, y'all might eat those words because see the reason when they take the cops off the street, these Edomites these Edomites will really do exactly what they imagine to do to you. Okay, they're really going to do it. Okay, these cops is really kind of like, actually, believe it or not, they're kind of like the barrier between what these other Edomites want to do to you. Seriously, you know, and you know, y'all might be surprised that we're saying that, but it's true. It is absolutely true. The reason why these Edomites are not putting bullets in you chopping you up into pieces is because of the cops.
Right.
Okay? Despite the fact that the cops are turning around and what they're doing to Jason and all that stuff. So be careful what you wish for, but then no justice, no doggone peace.
That's
okay?
the spirit. The brother mentioned that because left wing bug outs. I mean, really, a lot of you left wing protesters are bought out. You're bought and paid for agents on behalf of George Soros' Open Society Foundation. Anyway, including two Jack Tyson nigga women that started Black Lives Matter. Really started as a guys to push the rainbow community, the alphabet mafia. You see that? So that's why they pushed that. But ironically enough, on the left wing side of politics, they've been pushing for the defunding of the police. All right, like the brother said, be careful what you wish for, man, because without the cops, the middleman on the streets, if you will, okay, there's nothing stopping these Bible Belt, Larry the Cable Guy, beer belly, patriotic, gun-toting devils from mowing your ass to the ground. Yeah, right. So you can go out there and protest like one, but this is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. It reads, "As for our eyes has yet failed for our vain help and our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us." All right, and it's not in Esau's nature to save you, because the scripture brought out earlier, Amos, the first chapter. Okay, Amos 1:11 says that Esau has a perpetual hatred for Jacob. Okay, to shed the blood of his brother Israel. Okay, with the sword. Okay, and that's that modern day gun, man. This is Lamentation 4:18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. These devils are hunting us, man. Okay?
That's exactly right.
Boys,
That was exactly Lamentation 4.
John.
That was exactly what I was going to go into next.
That's
See that?
Spirit.
Right.
That's in the spirit, man. Hey, Jeremiah the second chapter, man. Yeah. Jeremiah the second chapter speaks about the flowing of waters.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's this word, man. Yeah. That's in the spirit.
Yeah.
And these devils are hunting like you, like these proud boys.
Yeah.
These proud boys are hunting. I know the Rotters are, man. But that thing I brought out earlier, about the Supreme Court talking about putting Trump back in there, even before the next presidential election in 2024. The way they can do that is martial law. So, case in point, how Trump further touches the prophecy is that he has been reported on looking to bring back the death by guillotine rule to the House bill HR 1274. Yeah, House bill and firing squad.
And you say he wants to do it live too?
Gone. Okay, live executions.
Yeah, remember this guy was a game show host. So, and you're fired and all that stuff like that. And he's looking to do that. Okay. And these people, they did something like that in some movie called The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 80s. Okay. These people are looking forward to something like that because guess who in the back of their mind they really think should be executed and put to death? Us. What do you think they're thinking about us?
Zephaniah second chapter, that nation I desire.
Okay, us. So these people are going to be ready to go for that because they think that's going to be ready. You guys got to go to an MSN, where you see an article on MSN.com. Go read the comments of these people, man. These keyboard warriors or these keyboard racists and stuff like that. And you won't believe the crap that they type in like that. Okay, behind the keyboard. And these same people will walk right past us right now. Okay, with all smiles in their face, they talk to that, and they'll tuck their tail between their legs, and humble themselves in person. But online, these are the same people who will be ready to put that signature. Yeah, we want to see that. Okay, until it comes to them.
That lines up with the first precept we brought out in Psalm 55. These devils, that Psalm 55:21 says the words of his mouth are smooth and butter. Yeah, but woe is in his heart. See, the devil has an ulterior motive, man. He's very good at being a devil, hiding his true intentions, okay, behind his emotions. Okay, and that's why they you see him in corporate and whatnot, out and about, put on a cheesy smile, a squeaky, feminine voice, high-pitched voice. Okay, really, they have when they're sitting at their dinner table with their Shemite wife and whatnot, they're talking about the amusement of imagining the death of Jacob.
Oh yeah,
especially the kingdom. Why I want to say especially because ironically, They really hate you, Northern Kingdom Israelites, man. Just as much as they hate Southern Kingdom, if not more by now. Like they look at us. They don't look at they don't see migrants, immigrants. When they look at you, so-called Northern tribes, they look at migrants, immigrants. Which another way, really another just other synonyms of rodents, of the word rodent. They essentially, when they say migrant, immigrant, they're calling rodents, man. They really hate you. That's why they hate AOC. Okay, she came down here some years ago, and she witnessed that they're making Northern Kingdom Jakes drink from toilet water, and these migrant detention facilities, man.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're gonna use this. A lot of you Northern tribes, you're gonna have you can get your nigga wake up call real soon.
Real soon, real soon. Like, make up most, okay? The tribe of, you got Judah, Levi, and Benjamin, which is the Daskin tribe. The Daskin, the Negroes, so-called Negroes of Yasharado. Okay, been always getting, y'all been sitting up on the side there and just all proud. But guess what? Y'all light skinned ones, y'all are the other 9 tribes. Which means what? Your numbers is higher. Okay? That's why the Lord says he's start off the judgment with the house of Israel.
Right.
That's right. Get it.
That's right.
Right? Get it.
Good precept. In Psalm 28:3, draw me not away with the wicked and with the works, and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. So the Heavenly Father is not going to allow his elect to be drawn away, it's like to be drawn away with the wicked and the workers of iniquity, man, which really these Edomites, rulers or darkness of this world, man, performing a great work in iniquity on the left-hand side, okay, through their satanic devices, man. Okay. All right, through their science, their pseudoscience, their politics, their media outlets, behind their propaganda, okay, their technocracy, okay. That's a part of the facade of America's glory. Here's why Isaiah the 14th chapter prophesies America to be what? The golden city, the city of prosperity. That's why all these heathen, these foreigners want to come over here. True foreigners want to come over here, out of the excuse to be a demon, like a lot of these Ishmaelite women and so forth, these so-called Muslim nations. Okay, they go from wearing hijab to one not over there, coming over here showing their cleavage. Okay, taking their hijabs off. And why down over there in Islam, I almost said Islam, down there in Iran, they're doing it over there in Iran, man. Within that violent protest over there that's resulted in hundreds upon hundreds of fatalities. Because we want to justify being harlots. Yep.
Well, should it quiver?
So what more so in America? Yep. I've seen it, man. The damn Ishmaelite bitch wearing her hijab, take that shit off, cleavage all out. Just looking like a damn stripper. Because you see, this is that degeneracy that America, a part of that perverseness that America promotes, prophesied in Isaiah 19 and 14. This is why this place is going to get judged. And we're seeing internal signs of that judgment be externally manifested within these last days. Within the major workings of Yahweh Shem and Shai on the right-hand side, okay, and on the left-hand side, controlling both sides of the spectrum, bringing judgment upon this earth. Because he's terrible in judgment. We're seeing the Psalm, the 65th chapter, because he's known for a terrible judgment, like it says in Isaiah the 9th chapter. And you people will know, you will be reminded of the terrible reputation and righteousness of he who was once known as Alashajah, great demon-like power. When you look it up, okay.
This is the book of Lamentations 3, starting verse 52, and it says, "My enemies chase me sore like a bird without cause. They have cut off my life in the dungeon and cast a stone upon me. Water flows over my head. Then I said, I am cut off. I called upon thy name, O Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, out of the low dungeon." Which is the low dungeon, Great Babylon, America. So right here, he's talking about how Jacob is constantly under persecution. I mean, there's not a day that doesn't go by that you hear about what? Some type of catastrophic event taking place against Jake. Jake got shut down. Jake got mowed down. All these things here that's going on. Jake is the victim of what? This economy that's collapsing right now, homelessness and all the other different things here. And it says, "Thou hast heard my voice, I but thine ear at my greeting, at my cry." This is what we're doing. We're crying. Okay, we're crying. Even if you're in the best case scenario where you can put roof over your head and food on your plate like that, we understand that we're in this low dungeon, this place, and at any given time, this doggone devil, Esau, the so-called white man, can come and do what? execute his fantasies, which is what? To eliminate Yasharala, which he's not going to be able to do, at least not to the hopefully left. And it says, thou drewest near in the day that I called upon thee, thou sayest, fear not. O Lord, thou hast pleaded the causes of my soul, thou hast redeemed my life. Okay, so there it is right there. And that's the faith that we have right now. It's the fact that the Lord is keeping us. Okay, here we are right here in the open. Okay, boldly speak against the wickedness of this kingdom, and the Lord has a hedge of protection on us. And this likewise with all the other brothers out there that are doing the shoot, and also those of you who are actually tuning in and watching. Okay, that's taking big risks too. Okay, right. But you have the faith. You have the faith that the Lord Habashim Shai is going to do what? Protect us. Okay, we learn from each other. Okay, and we console each other. Okay, and then that's how the Lord is working through all His prophets. But
right. Great. This is grab this quick precept. The scripture speaks about having strong confidence in Yahweh by Shemeshah and not to be moved in these last days, man. That's why these people are going to be walking on eggshells. They're walking on eggshells right now, okay? Because of distress amongst the nations, okay? Not of the unfaithful, being doubtful where they're going to find the next meal by way of these major job cuts going on right now. Case in point, see. So this is why those without confidence in the Lord are going to be destroyed. Okay, in these last days. Case in point. So this is Proverbs chapter 14, starting verse 25. The point is in verse 26. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 14. Okay. All right. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 25, and it reads. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 26. In the fear of the Lord, Yahweh is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. And then his possessive pronouns. I'm talking about Israel, man. You heathen nation don't belong to Yahweh by Shemeshah. And technically, the souls of you heathen nation does, pursuant to Ezekiel the 18th chapter, in Ecclesiastes the 12th chapter, on how all souls that depart from this flesh and this so-called life depart back to the source of all living. That's Yahweh in the spiritual realm. Okay, but technically, the only ones that belong to Yahweh by Shemeshah through the Holy Covenant is Israel. Okay, those who He has watered this Holy Spirit upon, man. Okay, Yasharan. Okay, the upright ones. Okay, case in point. It's not you, and it's not you heathen nations, man. Okay, and this is why. What's that? Isaiah. Slakia. Now this is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 1. All right. Grab that real quick. Deuteronomy 32 and 1. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain. I through the Spirit, ironically. Lord got a sense of humor, man. Yeah. We're seeing actual rain right now. A similar effect on how this doctrine is coming down, man. Meaning what? Without a shadow of a doubt, Yahweh by Shemeshah is behind these ensigns happening within His world. Mm-hmm. That Deuteronomy 32 and 2, my doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as a small rain upon a tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of the Lord Yahweh, ascribe ye greatness unto our power. He is the rock. His work is perfect. For all His ways are judgment, a God of truth, and without iniquity. Just and right is He. He could do no evil. Like it says, what's that? Zephaniah 3 and 5, another precepts, man. So all you naysayers and say, oh, well, how can God do something? How could God do something so evil? Because you don't know the Heavenly Father, man. You have a perception of Him. Okay? You don't know that He's a ruthless, killing righteousness. Because you don't read. You're not blessed because you don't read. We're seeing Revelation, the first chapter. It says here, Deuteronomy 32 and 5. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of their children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. All right, because that's why we're in the generation curses. That's why Jacob continues to be destroyed. Okay, record-breaking numbers, man. Okay, case in point. All right, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee the elders, thy elders, and they will tell thee. So the Heavenly Father has entreated us spiritual fathers. Okay, shepherds, temporary shepherds, if you will, to that main shepherd and bishop of our souls, Mashiach Hashai comes back to claim his purchase, man. The nation, the only nation he shed his bloodshed for the remission of sin of Israel, man. Okay, for our transgression against the holy covenant of Yahweh by Shem Shai. And this is why we're under grace right now. And that grace period does not give us license to sin.
A bunch of bullshit involved in this so-called wicked kingdom. You know, right? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and 33. And this it's not here. The book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and verse 3. Okay, go on line back and right on what the brother said. It says, now the Egyptians, man, who the Egyptians are, representation of Esau, the Edomites, okay? Much they glorify themselves with special effects and CGI and these Hollywood movies. Guess what? They're just simply just man, flesh and blood. And not only that, they're the base of man, okay? The bottom. And it says, and not God, and their horse is flesh and not spirit. When the Lord, Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, for he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. Now, Jake, y'all going to celebrate all these other, what they got coming on tomorrow? I think it's what, President's Day? Well, let me tell you, what is it? President's Day is a national holiday over here, okay? And we know with the presidents, okay, or these Caesars of Great Babylon, America. Every single one of them, every single one was a slave. They held Jacob as what? Slaves, slave owners, okay? Even to this day, Joe Biden is a damn slave owner. We are slaves. That's why the split's called spiritual Egypt, okay, and Sodom, okay? Egypt is always representation of what? As captivity, slavery. So we're slaves, okay? House of bondage, okay? And right now we have this Caesar over us right now, or this Pharaoh over us right now in the house of bondage. I'm going to not go right into this. Ezekiel 33 and 11 says, say unto them, as I live, said the Lord, how I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn ye from your evil ways, for why will you die, O house of Israel? I mean, the Lord himself is saying, look, why would you want to die, man? Okay? Why you want to go on the stage there and dance up with devil horns at your head and all this other craziness? Why would you, as you claim that usually acting or whatever the case like that? Really? Can you ask something totally different? Okay? Can you ask something totally different? They do not sodomite show on there for what? Okay? And Jacob was just selling himself, man. You told me the Jason in the military right now, Esau makes it very easy for them. We're going to give you a retirement, all of this stuff, and all that stuff. You know what? Just bow down to the mandate. Okay? What are you going to get out of it, Jake? Okay? Jake really, when it comes down to it, Jake them is scared of an ass whooping. They're scared of tribulation. They really are. They really are scared of it. Okay? And in particular, and I'm not even talking you drugged out, Jake on the corner. I'm not telling you, obviously you got demon on you, sit up in a bridge, drugged out and all that stuff. But I'm not talking about you incoherent one. I'm talking the ones that are coherent. Okay? The one that actually sit down and make that sound decision, okay, to follow the ways of Esau. Great Babylon, America. Okay? And not hearken to the words that's coming out here. Okay? And you know what? They actually hear it. But they're so prideful. They're so doggone prideful. Each and every one of us, okay, and it's true, the men that come on the highway and the byway, a lot of us were in a situation where you can continue on in this world, okay, and, live majestically or whatever the case is like that, or whatever low level we are here in Yasharala, okay, not like Edomites then, right? But, man, we can always look at each other and we can say, man, you know what, I am so happy the Lord took me on that crap. This is the happiest I've ever been in my damn life, okay? And it was worth whatever tribulation you get out there. And the Lord is telling you, if you go along with this man, help him to oppress your own people with wickedness and deceive them. Magic Johnson, with your sodomite son. Shaquille O'Neal right now has become a big joke. Mike Tyson now has become the pet lion of everybody that nobody ever would want to go and touch, walk up to him, 20, 30 years ago. But now all these Edomites now want to snap photos with him and all that stuff now. So this is what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to take the image of the warrior that we are, okay, the fear of the so-called black man, and make it into this classified, pussified image. And that's why you see right now, Mike Tyson is now the softer man that they can walk up to and all that stuff and that. And we'll take you to bankruptcy and give you your platforms and all that stuff right there. You remember him in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, because that's why Esau made him sacrifice his daughter. That's another reason why really how about you shot took his daughter out, but these people, these celebrities in Hollywood have to enjoy these sacrifices. Even if they try to leave when their so-called contract is up, no. Once you sell your soul, it's done. You can't renege on that contract. Okay, that's why the rapper Eminem has spoke about that in his song called "My Darling." When he was saying, "Oh well," he's like, nah. He's like, he was speaking to the spiritual demon Shaitan, and Shaitan is telling him, well, the voice impersonating Shaitan is telling him, no, you're done. You already sold your soul. You're not getting it back. So Mike Tyson belonged to these devils. So he's like the brother's saying, he's basically like a pet lion. Yeah. Look at that pet docile lion they injected with some chemicals, okay, tranquilize whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying, and have them all docile and pacified to where people are less reluctant to come and pet him and be around him.
Yeah.
Okay. Because back in the 80s, he was a fierce warrior, man.
He was a fierce warrior.
Okay. Even when you heard his squeaky voice, you might have thought it was funny and laughed at him and all, but even with that,
you wouldn't dare laugh at that dude, man.
Yeah, you wouldn't dare do that in front of his face because he's knocking dudes are 6'5" out like it was nothing, man.
Yeah.
And Tyson like 5'10". Yeah. And he was just swinging, just knock you the fuck out, man. So he's going to be a fierce warrior, a titan, a gladiator. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the time in the Roman Colosseum, Esau was making us fight lions and shit. That's how we were the people. Marcus Aurelius, Achilles. Okay. What's the name? Hannibal of Carthage from Hannibal of Carthage. Yep. Okay. You see what I'm saying? We are those people.
None of those people, man. The warriors and stuff. There ain't no damn Edomite.
The Spartans.
Yeah.
Lacedaemonians. Those were so-called black and indigenous men with curly hair, with armor on. They were no damn half-naked Greeks.
No damn Edomites and shit like that. So they take a lot of who we are and paint that image as them. Okay. So that's all part of changing the faces of the judges is that Esau makes himself that. That's why they have to use special effects right now. You get a woman who can fall 200 feet, but then catch with one hand on the rope. Yes, and I've seen very few women that can do more than 5 pull-ups. We won't even go there because the ridiculousness of this doggone cracker is fucking beyond belief, man. You got
I got 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Okay, because we were talking about how Jake is content with the carnal pleasures of America and the wicked satanic vibration of America that entices Jake to be content. With not holding one accountable, for their actions, man, including their transgression against the law. Okay, it's point you tell Jay you're not supposed to be a sodomite. Okay, well, we'll say, they'll say, they're coming at Tupac Street, only God can judge me. They'll say, oh well, equality's for everyone, pushing that satanic universalism that Cushite Nimrod was pushing, that the Greeks started pushing. They came into authority. Okay, you see, and that's a satanic ideology, okay? The Heavenly Father, like it says in St. Matthew 10:34, okay? Yahweh spoke about it, St. Matthew 10:34, he did not come to bring peace upon earth, but rather a sword, to bring division between the righteous and the wicked, to separate the sheep from the goats. St. Matthew, the 25th chapter, okay? So that means that pursuing Isaiah 66th chapter, Yahweh the Messiah, to the masses of the world, ignorantly referred to Jesus Christ going to kill more people than he will save, because salvation is only for a small remnant, man. It's not for everybody. Okay, case in point. And Ezekiel the 14th chapter speaks about that. How the Heavenly Father used the examples of 3 great men. I believe it was Noah, Daniel, and I forget the other one. I was actually holding it earlier. And as a matter of fact, I'm still holding it. When you mentioned what was that? Actually, it wasn't. I'm not holding it anymore. But Ezekiel 14 mentions how the Heavenly Father, was using, 3 main men. It was Noah, Daniel, and Job. Okay, and you read that account in Ezekiel 14 chapter. And at the end of that chapter, it's how the Heavenly Father was only going to spare a remnant of his people. Okay? After bringing the plagues upon Jerusalem, just like in times past, he's going to do it again. So he's going to kill 2/3 of Israel, whether you butt hurt Israelites, I know you're Israelites, you wolves and sheep clothing like it, believe, understanding, accept it or not. So, all right, the majority of our people are going to die. And you're not the Most High, man. You know, I got into an argument with this bug out. Okay, I'm not going to say his name, but he's still pushing. I got into an argument with this dude, over the phone over a year ago, because he wants to say the 2/3. You're not the Most High, man. Yeah, the Most High want the bread of right on Ezekiel 33:12. Well, why should you die? You see, Heavenly Father doesn't want to kill 2/3 of people, but he set it up to where he's going to do that. Hey, who the fuck are you to tell the Heavenly Father how to script his movie, man? Okay, well, however he set it up, that's how he set it up, man. Where it includes our mothers, our fathers, whatever the fuck it is, man. If they're not of the elect, they're gonna fucking die, man. That's right. And we pray that we're not of the 2/3, man. Yep. Because we're laboring for our rest, man. We're fucking tired of this shit, man. It's very irksome to be here. It's very vexing to wake up every morning knowing we're fucking slaves here and we're kings of Israel, man. We got royal blood in our veins. We gotta be subject to base men, and be looked at like nothing.
Like nothing, man. I was gonna tell you, man. Like the other day, I was putting up a video this week. I was two videos. I was putting up one of the videos I was putting up, and when I put up my videos, I put a lot of pictures and videos in my lesson. And I gotta tell you, man. Sometimes looking at the pictures that I'm putting up and seeing the state of Jake and all that stuff like that, man, it gets you. It gets you, man. It's like look at us, man. Look at us. I was doing these lessons on Esau's life and showing all of the dinner, the nice food, and the things that they do in the big yards they're on and all that stuff. And I go look at the life of Jake, and I got to pull up with the garbage and encampments and all these other stuff with that, man. And it gets to you, man. It gets to you, because this is the reality of our people. This is our reality. This is the reality of Yasharallah. When you look at the average, even in the richest Jake down to the lowest, if you average it out like that, we live in so low and so bad, man. We live in low and so bad. And
that's why the shortest scripture and the book is Yahushua wept. Because he was thinking about all of this, man. How far we fell. Okay? From royalty, the kings, priests, and rulers of the entire world, to peasants, to nothing.
The angels are even like looking at they are upset.
Kind.
They can't believe what they're seeing.
Looking at their little brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because we're many angels. We're angels on a lower scale. Yeah. So they're the upper echelon angels looking at, damn, man. Look at us, man.
That's our judgment, and we gotta take that. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, down verse 13. It says, "Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemashai, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it should be as a chaste robe and as a sheep, that no man take it up. They should every man turn his own people and flee everyone in his own land." And we're going to conclude here. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Okay? Now, the 2/3 who join, you're going to fall by the sword. The Lord already said it. You're going to fall by the sword. That's going to be that death. That's going to be that lake of fire. You get the 4 sword judgment there. You get the pestilence, famine. Okay, the sword. Okay? The beast of the field. Okay? But then you get all these other nations. These are the ones who sat on a crafty council of the UN and all the other stuff that who actually know who we are. Okay, who have joined. So these other nations that are here, these other 16 tribes that are here, going to college, and they don't have to worry about getting hunted down and food and all the other stuff, and they get praised as the mortal minorities. Guess what? You join on the Esau mentally, okay, and physically, because you will oppress us. Okay, you're going to be destroyed too. You are going to be destroyed. The Lord is going to show mercy on some of y'all and send y'all over to y'all back to your land, because the jobs are going to dry up over here. So a lot of y'all going to run. A lot of you, when you starting to see that little persecution decide to come on you groups, when China's starting to get in the provocation with the great Babylon America, you're going to go run back to your land only to do what? Face your judgment over there. Because you don't even fit into those society over there. You're not going to go over there and have what you have over here. The American dollar is not going to save your ass over there because there ain't be no American damn dollar for you to use. Okay, so you're not going to be rich. You know, one US dollar is what 100 yuan or whatever the case is like that. So it's not that's not going to happen. So you're going to go from the pot to the fire and back to your land. So you're going to get those judgments wherever you go. Leave here and go. For those of you who are here, you claim on to Esau and his ways. Okay, you have persecute Jake. You're going to get that damn judgment.
Right. All right. This is why Jeremiah 30:16. All right. This is Jeremiah 30:16 reads, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity." So Esau's going to have company. It's not just the Edomites going to go into slavery. You groups going into slavery. A Moab of Ammon, you so-called Japanese. You Japhites going into slavery. Okay. All right. You damn shit. You damn shit eating sodomitish Hamites, so-called Africans going into slavery. Okay. And essentially, what do they call us? What's that? That's that term they call us for being slaves. Remember that movie with Wesley Snipes?
Yeah.
When they call him a cotton picker or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, you going to slavery, man. You going to slavery, man, because you were indulged, you were involved in that trilateral slave trade, the trans-Saharan slave trade. Okay, with Esau and Ishmael. So you're going to slavery, man. Okay. All right, and the rest of the other nations that I haven't mentioned, you're going to slavery, man. Okay, so Esau's going to have great company.
Yeah. You know, just for you for you know why they call us black too, right? Because them Hamites, so they'll be considered, you know, black. And that's the reason why you hear a lot of these Edomites go, well, your own people sold you into slavery. Right, because see, Esau could not let the people know that these Hamites sold the Jews into slavery. Okay? The Hebrew Israelites into slavery. They couldn't do that. Because in their lives of them being the holy people wouldn't be able to manifest itself. All right? But these Hamites say, no, they're not us. Come on. Shape of them motherfuckers' head, man.
Done. You know, and that's why Esau put up that barrier of so-called African American. And really with Jesse Jackass Jackson, okay, he started that whole African American thing in the 70s.
Yeah.
Okay. Because before that it was what, coloreds, shiners, blacks, we all know blacks.
All those things and that, you know, I mean,
Negroes.
You know, they got us stuck on, you know, celebrating Nelson, the release of Nelson Mandela and all that stuff. I mean, all kind of absurdity, man. I can't wait to see that damn turtle head, luggerhead motherfucker get his ass judgment. In this book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, 7 verse 1, it says, "But of the times and the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." All right, unexpectedly. "For when they shall say peace and safety, and sudden destruction coming upon them, us rail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should not overtake you as a thief." Okay, so you got Jake right now constantly looking for what peace for this doggone man. Okay, that's why they go, no justice, no peace. They constantly marching down the street and all that stuff like that. You know what we say, Esau? Go ahead, man. Do what you do best right there. Slaughter, okay? Murder, kill. Because we know your blood, we know that blood is going to pursue you. Because why? You don't walk away from blood, so that blood is going to pursue your ass, man. There is a lot of blood coming to these Edomites. We cannot begin to stress out to you. The Edomites are going to get put to death. Lots and lots of you are going to get put to death all across the earth. And it's not only here in Great Babylon, America. The Edomite empire stretches across this entire earth like a green bay tree. Okay? So this wicked queen is popping all over the place. That's why you have embassies all over the place. Okay? Everywhere you go, these Edomites set up a satellite queen. Everywhere you go, man, they have their own special cities and towns and stuff like that. And it says, "Ye are the children of light and the children of the day, and we are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as the others, but let us watch and be sober." So that's what we are constantly doing. We're watching and being sober. We're not going with our imagination of what we want or what we desire, the life that we used to have and all that stuff like that. Yes, it's still in our memory of, you know, when we were out there in the world, okay? But it's not, we're not like beguiled by this man to believe that it's all going to go back into the old times again. And why in the hell would you want it to go back to the old times again? What was in it for us? What a damn thing for us. Constant steady unemployment. Okay, what? you're hustling or bustling, you got to work 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs, you know, all those different things like that. So we stay in the light of things here. What? We follow the news. If we can't find it on the mainstream news, we find it on the alternative news. Okay. We compare those news to the scriptures. We are constantly looking at the time and measuring the time because we can look and see as these things are starting to pick up. Earthquakes, all these things going on. That means what? The Mashiach is on his way. Right. Okay. That means what? The end of our misery and our slavery and our captivity is coming to the end. And that's what we desire. That is what we desire, man. Desire this crap, man. Aching and peeing all the doggone time. You know, we are letting you know right now. Take a look at these signs here. This is real. This is real. Texas, I think right now, I think it's the state right now where it's mandatory now to put chips in your dog, in your pets.
Houston. Down there in Houston, they made it mandatory on February 1st. And then down here, the article you posted up,
yeah.
Down here, they're offering free chips for pets. I think for like every 500 dragon juice dose they give out to pets. Really, they were offering free dragon juice doses, okay, as a guise to really promote what they wanted to promote, and that was chip.
Yep.
We already know they use pets as char runs.
Yep.
That was spiritual.
Yeah.
That came out.
Yeah. And then it's going to be what? Old people.
Gone.
Then it's going to be oh, you need your minorities. Oh, immigrants. It's going to be immigrants. So the so-called immigrants or the the people come across the border, we need to track you. Well, wait a minute. Why do you need to have it inside of you? Why can't it just be on a wrist?
Exactly.
Okay. Why can't it be in a collar? Okay. Now,
go ahead.
yeah. But this particular judgment. Keep in mind here. Okay. This is not Esau's judgment. This particular judgment. This is a judgment. The RFID microchip that market the piece is a judgment from Yahweh Shai himself. And that's why he said, "I will keep you, my servant, my friends, from the hour of temptation." Does it mean it's going to be an hour? No, it's going to be a period of time because you know what? The Lord is going to make sure, okay, the whole world is at a situation where you're going to have to make that damn choice. Either walk up there and go, "I'll take it," or you're going to be ostracized and society starts to that, whatever the case is going to take place like that. Okay? But he can somehow have his servants in a situation where, like, okay, we don't have to deal with that shit.
Right. The reason why they want to insert it in something is because here's the point. You know, even when a cell phone dies, they can still track you if you have your cell phone on you through the satellites. Mm-hmm. So like for drug dealers, for example, I know like back in the day, if you had if the drug dealers had pagers or like burner, they would have like burner cell phones, and it would toss some shit down the drain and shit like that, so they wouldn't be tracked by the feds and shit. Now that's another reason why they want to insert the technology inside of people so they can have knowledge of all of they can have infinite knowledge of your whereabouts at all times, going to the quantum physics machines and the so-called supercomputer and so forth. Oh, yeah. So they can track everything that people are doing. Mm-hmm. All right, so they can further play God on earth. This is Esau's ultimate plot. That's why Nick Rockefeller told Aaron Russo what his plot was. You know, Aaron Russo aired it out. They had his ass whacked because he squealed, and they don't want that information to get out there. But now it's already out there. Why? Because we're within that time for the man of sin and son of perdition, Esau, Edom, to be revealed globally. Okay, that's what he wants to do. This is why we're hearing the idea of cashless society being pushed out there. You know, being promoted, especially on behalf of these major banks like Bank of America and so forth. Look what they're pushing out there. Okay, you know,
because they're getting ready, man. They're getting ready to turn it up. You know.
I had a conversation with somebody earlier that said, "We might even make it out easy." I said, "Good. I don't write this out." And this is why I was really rejoicing over the fact that they're talking about the Supreme Court talking about getting Biden the fuck up out of there and putting Trump in there.
Yeah, because Trump really is going to be the one who's actually going to be doing the stuff. Trump is actually going to be the guy that's going to bring out the real deal. That's who's going to bring it out.
It makes sense that he's Nero Caesar. Yeah. In a reincarnation.
Yeah, that's another was I was trying to remember early on who this guy was.
He looks just like him.
Yeah, because I remember the elder son was bringing it out. I think it was Elder Foster of the bar that brought it out. They identified who he actually is. Okay, this guy's gonna be the guy That's gonna bring the terror. Boy, Jake, let me tell you something here. Us brothers, this true on the alcohol, the sisters, I'm telling you, man, it's on the back of your mind and the front of your mind, the side of your mind, daily, man. You hope with a hope with a party that hope. I don't see anyone else out here doing the work, and I know this is what we're supposed to do. And you gotta hope, man. We get out of this because man, this earth is in trouble, man. This earth is in serious trouble.
That's why Zechariah 9:12 says we're the prisoners of hope. Because we don't know about the election. Because the reason why we don't know is because Yahweh Hashem and Shah wants to keep us on edge. He doesn't want us to know that.
No one get complacent. Imagine if we figure out who we are. Imagine if this brother's Moses. Imagine if I'm Ezekiel. I was the one that was riding on that chair. I'm just saying, imagine like, nah. So okay, so we're on that edge right there. You gotta kind of have that fear, like, and the fear, and also the anticipation of reward. Okay, this is the book of Job here. Bring up this one, please. Job 5, start with 12, and it says he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands can perform their enterprise. And we see, okay, the ultimate craftiness of this man is this mark of the beast, this chip. That's the ultimate thing to be God. And he says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried along. They meet with darkness in the daytime and go from the noonday as in the night. Okay, but he said, but he saved the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. Who was the mighty? The mighty, these doggone Edomites, man. They got it all. I mean, they got technology and power, weaponry you can't even begin to comprehend. Okay, the fact that they can turn around and they can, blow up that train, to spill out that chlorine in the air. You know what chlorine does to you? They got these gases and stuff that they use. Those of you like had to wear the gas mask. You know how that thing is, man. And this thing is in like where they spray in the street there, where the cops, they shoot up. That's pepper gas. That's pepper. That's just pepper juice, man. And they got some stuff that just melt your skin. Melt your skin. Okay. And imagine when you have all that environmental disaster take place here. What we probably praising with these nations stand on before and see the plagues of Great Babylon, America. These plagues are not going to be. These plagues are going to be one right after the other simultaneously, all going on at the same time. You're talking about famine, people turning on each other. You see a country that had law and order suddenly just turned into absolute chaos in a worse way than you possibly began to even imagine. In those other countries, you always have what they call a warlord. They're the ones that particularly armed, and they just kind of going out gunning down, maybe or intimidating, the villages or whatever, things like that. In this case, over here in America, everybody's armed to the teeth, man. Everybody's armed to the teeth. When it all goes down, you think we're going to be out here like this? Absolutely not. When the little apostle give the word, none of the boys going out there. That's right. All right.
Just like it says in Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, the Lord is going to cause the tongues of our mouths to cleave to the roots of our mouths. Meaning, what? You're not going to see us out here no more.
You're not. Okay. And for your group out there, like Wi-Fi and them, you doggone, you're looking to get attention and stuff for that. We know y'all gonna come out because during the time when they had those, during the 2020 when they had when they was calling everybody, when they had the pretend rides and all that other stuff like that, Wi-Fi was out there. Okay, Adam Alvin and this group that was out there, and they went out there and they doing their thing there, and I remember watching them live too. And the cops them came out there with their double on and their assault gears and all that stuff and mow their ass down like that. And a lot of the people when they come on board was like, well, I thought they get spiritual powers. Like, why haven't they shot fire over their mountains and devour them and all that stuff? They really believe. No, man. That's being ignorant right there. Why the hell would you go and go try to set up camp in the middle of a freaking own thing there with guns around and people going crazy and erratic? That's not using wisdom. So we know that the elders of Great Millstone say, brothers, that's it. Okay? We know these other groups, because of their pride and because they're actually not the man of the Lord, they're going to continue to go out there in the middle of this chaos to prove, okay, their dedication and stuff like that, like, they're in the mix of it and all that stuff like that. Because why? It's for folly and entertainment, okay? And they're going to go out there.
Lucas said,
and they're gonna they probably most likely might meet their end like that with their own arrogance. That's all I got out.
Pride go before destruction, the heart to look before fall.
Yeah.
So this is Job chapter 18, verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. So the light of the wicked, Esau's wine, his Western philosophy, man. All right, and that's that spirit of bondage just wearing off, and this is why America is being looked at as a Gacy stock and a Lasky stock, spoke about in the 3rd chapter. Hence why her sovereign enemies continue to indulge these, continue to defile her brightness, through these missiles, these military drills and so forth. Okay, including shooting their nukes like Lil Kimmy, North Korea's Kim Jong Un. This is Job 18:6. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. Okay, he's casting his own counsel down by his wicked nation. Okay, because that is not a sustainable way to live. Okay, or to rule. Okay, and by an Acts 5th chapter says that counsel is going to fall because it's satanic. It is not of the Heavenly Father. This is Job 18:8. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. All right, so Esau is a walking, talking stumbling block, man. He's a snare to his own soul. That's why he's going to be. That's why his empire is going to be destroyed. Okay, neither left root nor branch, and everyone who believes in this place. That's right. In these 5 days.
All right. So Lord willing, you edified today with Cam. We'll continue to come on the highway of the Bible as long as the Lord Yahweh Shai give us the strength to come out and do it and keep the spirit inside of us. Okay, and we hope this place to be destroyed soon and be delivered. Okay, out of this place. Okay, so with that we'll turn to the east.